a local dog food company, is doing a lot to give back to the community.
Yeah, great company, Nature Select. They partner with local animal shelters and police departments to support their canine officers. Joining us today, Chief Brand Officer Megan Sanchez. Megan, welcome to the show. Thanks for being here. Let's talk about, good morning, afternoon in this particular case. Good
evening.
Yeah, good evening. Megan, let's talk about Nature Select, and I know we'll get to the canine component and the police canines, but I find it very interesting about Nature Select. You guys have been around since 1994. I know that your parents started this long before we had Amazon and people direct shipping products. And that's how you guys started, kind of out of your home, and you've built this great company, this great pet company. Tell us about Nature Select and why it's been able not only to basically grow into the company, but now with all this competition of direct shipping, how you guys have been able to evolve and flourish. So please, this is your time to basically brag about Nature Select.
Sure. Well, like you mentioned, my dad, Paul, started the company out of our home back in 1994, and it really stemmed from a need from him wanting to own his own business. And he actually had 2 Cocker Spaniels at the time who were always getting earaches and infections. And he explored the nutrition route, and he came up with this pet food. He would pack it, drop it off himself. He would deliver locally in the Orange County area. And then over time, customers would move out of state and they would want still to get that Nature Select quality pet food. Our food is fresh and direct to consumer. We are not sold in grocery stores. We're not sold in big box retailers. We are direct to the customer. So it's ensured to be as fresh as possible. That's always our goal. We are recall free and have been for 27 plus years since we started the business. We take a lot of pride in our products, and I think the reason we're still around today is because people like that they can talk to us. They can call us and talk to a real family. We are family owned and operated. We're real people who really care about your pets. We're not some big corporation, right? So it is a very localized operation, and we take pride in what we do, and we love our customers. We've had people have multiple dogs with us over the years. They've had kids who now have dogs, so it's a really cool thing to explore, and I'm proud to carry on my dad's legacy.
I think it's amazing what you just said. Everything you just said is so important.
Right.
Like, we have 2 rescue dogs, so we've never tried this. Can you just talk about just like being able to switch over? So if I've had them on a particular dog food for pretty much their whole lives, if I want to switch over, is there some way to do that, kind of wean them over?
Yeah, so usually we have like a transition guideline. So whenever you're switching a dog from one type of food to another, it is important to do so slowly over about a week or so, sometimes up to 10 days. So just like if you were to try a type of food you've never had before, it's a shock to your system. Mm-hmm. So obviously with that comes some not so fun messes to clean up. So that's why you want to go slowly, see how they're doing. But we always try to compare it to if you're going from a low shelf pet food to ours, it's more quality. It's richer in ingredients, vitamins, minerals, things like that. So it is, their body digests it better, but it does take time to transition. So probably between 7 to 10 days.
I've learned that lesson the hard way personally.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, they're out of the regular food. This one will do.
Yeah.
That was a tough lesson to learn. All right. How does Nature Select support local police canines?
Great question. Well, we are very proud to support our police officers in and around the Southern California area. We work very closely with the Orange County Police Canine Association. We support a lot of canine units with our dog food. That's Henry of our OC Sheriff's Department. And we have worked with them very, very closely the past 15 years. Such a great organization to work with. These dogs are truly amazing. Not just animals, they really are tools and weapons for our police officers and keep them safe, and in turn keep our community safe too. So when we first explored them, they didn't even know what they were feeding their dogs. They're like, whatever's on sale. We're like, oh my gosh, you got to protect your pup. So it's been really cool to work very closely and see these relationships they have. And, when they're on duty, you don't want to pet them. You want to keep your distance. But when they're, not in all their gear, they're so sweet. They really are such amazing, smart animals.
They are, Megan. And, I met your parents. I don't know, 5, 6, 7 years ago at a nonprofit event, Patriotic Service Dog Foundation, Tom Tackett doing such a great job training dogs that he and then will give to our military personnel who are suffering from PTSD. And that's how I met your parents. You're very philanthropic. I want to talk about this need to give back to the community because it's always been a big role for you guys. If you could just touch on that just for a few seconds and then tell us about the topper, because I don't want you to go without talking about your new product, the meal topper. I know I gave you 2 things, but just make sure you talk about that meal topper, please.
Yeah, so wrapping up Tom Tackett and their Patriotic Service Dog Foundation, we are big supporters of our U.S. veterans as well. And these dogs truly give independence back to our U.S. veterans and even just those who have suffered PTSD and all types of things. So it's been really cool to sponsor them, feed their pups and fuel them with healthy nutrition so that they can do a good job all day long, day in and day out for their humans. So that's been a really awesome thing. They're great people to work with. And our company is very patriotic. We really pride ourselves in being a USA-made dog food company. We're all about the red, white, and blue, as you can tell by our logo, too. So we're just really happy to give back. It's not just about being a successful business. It's being able to give back to our community in more ways than one. So we're really proud of that.
Megan, real quick, the topper, talk about it. That's your new product.
Yeah, we have a new meal topper. It's basically kind of like a dog food seasoning, if you will. And it's just a great, healthy way to sprinkle on top of your dog's food, kind of make it exciting. And it offers protein and it's low calorie, low fat and everything. So my dog loves it. I call it crack for dogs.
Wow, that's a great idea. That is such a great idea. I love that. All right, thank you so
Thanks,
much.
Megan.
Really good information, super inspiring. For more information, you can visit nature'sselectpetfood.com.
Bye, Megan. Thanks.
Bye, Megan.
Thank you.
Just a great company. You know what I love about them, and we'll move on. It's just the fact that so many times, especially now with the big box retailers and Amazon and stuff like that, a lot of these, I don't want to call them a smaller company because they've really grown into,
You can see they're very successful.
I mean, but a lot of those have kind of been hurt or gone by the wayside. But what they're seeing is their business is actually expanding because I think, as we all know, people are willing to spend a little bit on their dogs. And it's almost like, feeding the best food to your dog. Good food in, good food out, helps with the coat, helps with allergies. So you pay a little more for the food, but hopefully in the back end, you're saving money because you're not in the vet all the time. Why is my pet itchy?
Right.
Why does my pet have diarrhea? I mean, sorry to be so, but that's what it is. So glad to see them succeeding, especially when they give back so much.